that they play like to anyway, that I would hear that and I would see like a blue light or like a light that
Yes.
That's not coming from any source.
Yes.
And
well, it is coming from a source. It's just that it's coming from an interdimensional source.
A source that I can't. Even at one point, I had woken up.
Yes.
And when I awoke, it was the best way I can describe it is like the Agent Orange thing where they have like somebody's like eyes pried open and they show all these pictures like.
Yes.
And so that's the kind of what I experienced, like just a bunch of pictures flashing in my head.
You
and
have
it ended.
been shown many pictures telepathically about the possibility of your world going down the same path as the Greys.
And it ended on I want to say a silhouette of a very tall, thin man, but what it was it was black and the man was the light.
Yes, but you were looking at the Mantis.
So it's a Mantis?
What people on your planet refer to as the Mantis beings are the ones in charge of the hybridization agenda over the Greys. They bear a resemblance to the praying mantis insect on your planet, so are basically very tall and thin.
Okay.
Now, do you understand? Do you understand that you have hybrid children?
Oh, I didn't before. I guess I do now that you've said that.
Oh, very good. But that's a story for another time for you. Right now, at this time, before you go to sleep, just take a few deep breaths and say, all right, I'm ready to understand my relationship with you, my agreement with you from a more conscious perspective so I may participate on my own terms more openly, more clearly.
Okay.
All right? And see what happens. If you feel fear, that's all right. You can take it a step at a time and say, all right, wait a minute, let me get used to this, and then see if it passes. They will cooperate and they will work with you if you are willing to open up.
All right.
And you can do it in whatever way works for you. All right?
Okay.
Now, one moment.
Okay.
What's your favorite scent?
Oh man. Tea tree.
Is that a guess?
Well, I like essential oils. Like I like a lot of scents. Like I can think of like a favorite perfume I have.
What would be the one that would allow you to feel calm?
Yeah, probably
At
lavender.
ease. All right. Then it would probably be helpful as a permission slip for you to have that scent prominent in your room when you go to sleep when you're asking for more conscious participation so that you will be more at ease, knowing that you are creating, with the lavender scent, the environment that you prefer in which that exchange and encounter can occur.
All right, thank you.
So you're bringing something to the party.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
You're not arriving empty-handed and going, oh no, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Yes? Bring something to the party. It will help.
Okay. Sorry. I know I said the last thing was the last thing, but this. An idea that I had on my own about why I was so fearful in my dream was about visiting alternate realities or alternate dimensions. And I thought, like, even one time I woke up and I had said, without even realizing what I was saying, hold on, I have to finish coming back into this reality because people were talking to me.
Yes.
So,
because you are shifted to other realities in many of those encounters.
Oh, okay, wow. All right.
So don't worry, you won't get stuck.
All right.
You'll find your way back no matter what.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello, Tadeo.
Hello, Nania.
No, somebody just asked me a question here, so I think it's time for me to ask you stream questions.
All right.
So the first question has to do with a person's dreaming. In fact, there's a lot of questions about dreams, so I'll share some of those with you. I often go into a dream space that feels like a lower astral gray ghetto, like environment.
Like I said, there is a lower astral realm that's very close to physical reality that can have a little bit of that feeling to it, which is why a lot of the idea of beings that are acting as quote-unquote ghosts or hauntings occupy that level. It is somewhat colorless, yes, because it's kind of a limbo state where they sometimes don't even know that they're dead, don't know what to do, don't know where to go, maybe caught up in certain belief systems that are negative, maybe working certain things out on that state. So yes, it does have kind of a gray pallor to it from time to time.
And he says that he has a feeling of a mission to get to a specific place to deliver something or find someone.
Yes.
And then he wakes up feeling quite heavy from these dreams.
Yes.
How is this different than the lower astral creation space you mentioned earlier?
Well, as I said, it's not different. But the idea is that you may be searching for a friend who may be a little bit lost in that particular realm, attempting to help them. But because you're taking on some of that vibration and it's so close to the physical reality, when you reconnect with physical reality, it can be like sort of bringing back extra energy that converts into mass, sort of, more densely, and that's why you feel heavy for a while, until you let it go back to the lower astral.
Thank you.
Yes.
And then this one is, when you're in deep meditation, can you experience dream world, or is it kind of
you
the
can
same
have glimpses.
thing as...
You can have glimpses of it, yes.
Is it the same thing as lucid dreaming?
It can be, but not always.
Like, what's the difference between astral projection and lucid dreaming?
Well, astral projection can be the result of lucid dreaming, which is simply another way of saying you understand that you're creating the dream, you're awake in the dream, and therefore can do what you wish. You can control what's going on. You can realize that you might be, classically speaking, out of your body, and therefore begin an astral journey. So lucid dreaming can be a step towards allowing you to have an experience of astral projection.
And do people visit other lifetimes in their dreams?
Oh, absolutely. But again, remember, all lives exist simultaneously. But yes, you can do that. You can have that experience. Absolutely.
What about if someone's dreaming about tsunamis?
What about it?
Does that mean it's a prediction of the future?
Not necessarily. Remember, there's no such thing. There's only a sensing of the energy that exists at the moment the prediction is made, but they may be sensing a reality with a high degree of probability behind it, or they may be sensing a reality that is representative of a fear they may have from the physical level, and by sensing that and seeing what the probability is, then it's possible they may also engineer to change that particular outcome. So it just depends on what they do with that information.
And isn't water also sort of a symbol of emotionality?
It can be. So again, you have to take this on a person-by-person basis. You can't overgeneralize.
So the key is to pay attention to what's relevant for you as a person.
Yes.
Like maybe it is the idea of being overwhelmed by emotionality.
It could be.
Or it could be a prediction of the future that doesn't exist.
It could be. You have to make that determination based on what it is you learn about yourself from that dream experience and how honest you are about digging into what you believe to be true about yourself.
So sometimes it's a good idea to, when you wake up in the morning, to just stay with the dream.
Absolutely. Give yourself that moment. Give yourself a few moments. Let it come back. Explore it. Find out what it means to you. Find out how it makes you feel about yourself. Find out that you might learn something about yourself by having had that experience. Yes.
The heaviness that I think other people also have said that they feel like sometimes you can wake up in the morning and you feel so heavy, like you.
And sometimes that's the difference between the idea of physical reality and the idea of being non-physical. Physical reality can feel heavy by comparison to being in the astral form because it is a denser vibration. So the heaviness can come from that too.
So is it easier to learn in the dream world?
Depends.
Because one person was saying they would really like to be able to levitate things, and that they've been pretty successful at it in the dream world.
All right. Well, again, remember, the key to levitation in physical reality is to begin with lightening up.
I think that message was received.
There is, in many forms of art on your planet, since it comes through the imagination from the higher mind, much information that answers a lot of these questions. And as we have said previously, and especially with regard to that particular question, you have a particular film on your planet that you know as the Matrix. And in the Matrix, there is one particular line that answers that question definitively. It goes, even though the question is about levitation, to also the idea of making material objects seem to be manipulated by your mind. Spoon bending. And in that movie, the answer is clear. The only way you can do it is to understand there is no spoon. That it's just a projection of your consciousness. So the idea of an object being located on the ground, and then the idea of that object being located above the ground, is just a matter of understanding there is no object. And therefore the idea of whether it's here or there or here or there or disappears from there and reappears there or floats above the ground is all about understanding that you are creating the concept of physical space and time, and that it's all about resonance, and that there's a different resonance here than there is here. So when you begin to understand that you're just changing the frequency of something to exist in a different frame of reference within a projection of consciousness that you're creating anyway, that isn't real unto itself, then levitation will be something that's normal and natural. Because you're just redefining its location in space and time.
Is your ability to be able to, say, jump from reality to reality in such a drastic way that would be dependent on relevance in terms of the theme you're exploring?
Of course, it's always dependent upon whether that experience is relevant for you.
So that's why we're not all just popping in and out.
Well, you are popping in and out, but that's why not all of you have to realize it to the same degree.
Right.
Because yes, it has to do with relevance. Some things like that may sound exciting, but they simply may not be relevant for your life theme, at least not at this point. If they are relevant, and you are being yourself as best as you can be, then nothing will stop you from having the experience, because things will naturally unfold in that direction. They will take you there. Remember, your current knows where you need to go. So if you just live your life and follow your passion to the best you can, following the formula, then if the idea of levitating something is relevant for you, nothing will stop it from happening. The only thing that stops appointments you've made and agreements you've made is spending your time and energy worrying that the appointments and the agreements won't happen. So don't do that.
So when a person has a desire to do something that's well outside of what most human beings will do in this reality.
Again, it goes back to the idea of why does your passion come in that form? Never assume that the idea of the form it comes in has to come to fruition to give you the lesson you need. If it is going to come in that form, it will come. But never insist that it must. Otherwise, you're missing the point of why it came to you, because it may have come to you in that form for a completely different reason. Going back full circle, even to the idea that suddenly being excited about levitating or levitating something may simply be synchronicity's way of actually telling you to lighten up. And it may be no more mysterious than that.
So it really is. It's so much about reading the messages that are sent to you by yourself and being able to respond to them in a way that shows you comprehend what's being given to you.
And one of the easiest ways to do that is to let go of the idea that you know what it is the outcome should be. Let go of the ego's wants and open your arms to what you need. What you need will always come and will always fulfill you if you let it. It will always fulfill you. Always. So, does that help?
Yes. And then a person they've been talking about having dreams with you.
Yes.
So
sometimes it will be their own higher mind taking on the form of us because they're familiar with us, and it makes it easier for them to have a conversation thinking that it's us. We are always happy to be used as a simulacrum. This is one of the reasons why we have these conversations, so that you get familiar with our vibration and can use this as a permission slip, so that it's more easy for you in your belief system to talk to your higher mind thinking that you're talking to us. We're sneaky that way.
This person said, after a dream of shaking Bashar's hand last year,
yes,
I had a dream and saw rainbow DNA across the sky in my backyard next to a metallic round spaceship.
How
What
exciting.
does this mean?
It means you saw an energy field that was generated by a portal that you had the senses to perceive, and that you also saw a ship that was there all the time but was heretofore invisible to your senses until you upgraded them. And that the DNA symbol shows your connection to the beings on the ship.
Here's another one where someone had a dream where I was attending your upcoming event about 2020, and you came up to my seat and told me it was very important that I have an energetic release in 2020. Was that really you?
In that particular case, it was a part of us. Not all of us, but a part of us.
If we avoid dealing with trauma that happens in childhood, does that hold us back from having contact or more contact? Or the kind of contact that it ends up leading to?
It could, because what you're simply saying is you're avoiding looking at the idea of fear-based belief systems that you have bought into. So it could.
Okay. And then finally, many of us here are also artists and would love to see your sculptures on Asasani. Could you plan with some mass exposition to see your artworks, taking us, we the bald and curious ones, on a mass ride to your planet in the dream state?
Yes, that can be done, and from time to time actually has already been done with some individuals. At the same time, it can be that at some point in the years to come, representations of some of the sculptures can be, at least in some form, recreated on your planet so that you at least have an idea of what it is we're creating on ours.
That sounds wonderful.
Yes. Anything else?
So,
because it's about time for your break and your holotope experience.
Okay.
So, at this time, enjoy a short break. We will resume this transmission to crystallize in the idea of your ability to more consciously visit the dream world with your holotope experience as the transmission continues. All right, I'll say we'll continue this transmission by asking each and every one of you to become very relaxed in your chairs. Start breathing gently, deeply, easily. Let go of the cares of the day. Let them melt away. You are here and you are now, and there is nowhere else to be. And as you continue to allow yourself to relax, and continue to breathe in and out, allow your lights to begin to play and your music to rise. And observe the holotope before you as a doorway, as a portal to enter the dream world. Tonight of your time, as you may choose to drift off to sleep when you are at home, remember this image of the holotope. the concentric rings and the connecting lines, the web connecting physical to astral realities, a door spiraling open, a portal, an opening in the very thin veil between the physical and non-physical dreams, all taking place within your consciousness. Use this image. See it suspended before you in the air before you go to sleep this night. And allow it to function as a door, as a gate. See the play of lights upon it. Let them infuse themselves into the neural net of your brain so that you may rewire yourself to be more receptive of the higher frequency information and energy that can be given to you from the astral realms of spirit. Hear the vibrational resonance of the music to take home with you this night that is reminiscent of a journey through space and time, and seeing through the veil, seeing through the illusion of solidity of physical reality, and see it for what it is, but a projection, an apparition. Your consciousness, as it opens up and allows the portal to truly become a gate, a door, a window between two worlds, so that they may be blended into one experience for you, so that you may cross effortlessly from one to another as you drift off and let the physical mind relax this night and take on the mantle of your spirit, of your higher mind, and your astral body, to go and to play, to greet and to meet, to create with others of like mind, of like vibration, pastures, villages, towns, cities, planets, whatever you wish in that dream world to create. Whatever is representative to you of the image that you will retain upon awakening in the morning, that will allow you to use that image as a symbol that will be with you all day, to carry with you the experience of the adventure, of the journey that you had in the astral realm, in the dream world. For it is its own world, it is its own place, it is its own level, its own resonance, its own frequency, its own domain, its own realm of experience and being, in which many things can happen, in which imagination is the key, in which thought is instantaneously manifest. Take that symbol with you, no matter what it is you create. Know that it will be there upon awakening. As you lie there and recall it, let it come back. Do not be in a hurry to rise. Just breathe in your beds. Just relax and let it come. And that symbol will be there for you all day. And if you wish to change that the next night, you may. For the adventures will evolve and the journey will expand in the dream world. And the more adventures you partake of, and the more of those beings you interact with in that realm, the more the experiences will begin to blend and leak into the physical dream. And the more you will begin to feel less difference between the two worlds, so that your physical life can become more of a dream that you can live, and the dream world will become more of a reality to you. And with every breath, you will absorb the atmosphere of both realms, both domains, both worlds. You will be breathing here and breathing there, but an ethereal breath, without the physical lungs, an ethereal intake of energy, an ethereal intake of realization and information, of knowledge and experience. And as you breathe in the physical world, you will know that with every breath in, it will tap into and touch into those experiences in the dream world. And as you exhale, you will exhale more of that etheric atmosphere into the physical dream, so that it becomes more flexible in space and time, so that you may be free. Free to know that it is your reality. Free to know that it is up to you, up to your beliefs, up to your dreams, and that by taking action upon them, you give to the world the opportunity and the option to see through you a living example of the blending of the physical and astral realities, of the template level by which you can begin to design the reality you prefer, but knowing that as you do so, and as you experience the idea of the world around you, the dream around you, to be changing, you know that it is not the world you were on that changed, for it never is. For that world remains inviolate. But it is that you, in changing yourself, in raising your frequency, in living as the dream, and bringing the dream world with you, that you shift to another already existing version of Earth that is already more representative and more reflective of the change you have made within yourself. For again, you never change the world you're on. You take yourself to a new version of Earth that is more representative of the dream you are willing to live. For action is the key. And bit by bit, the change within you will be reflected in the dream around you. For that dream is within. And the surrounding reality is not but a reflection in a mirror, a projection within your consciousness, a reflection of self-awareness, a dream within a dream within a dream, a dream with all that is, in all that is, of all that is, by all that is. For you are all that is, dreaming itself into being through all of you, through the dreams that you are to it. But the dreams by it and to it are just as real and conscious as it, as all that is. For you are the stuff of dreams, and you are the dream that is aware of itself, and so lucid in its own understanding of its awareness. See the gateway, see the portal this night in the air before you, and let it open to a world that expands your understanding of the dream that you are dreaming and living right now. For you are the dream and are in the dream and are of the dream, and are being dreamed by the dream into being. Let the journey begin within you. and you shall see the path unfold before you, and the doorways opening one after another to all the different levels, all the different realms that are willing to communicate with you and send you the information of light, love, and peace, so that you may experience that peace, light, and love within your very soul, within your being, within your heart, within your mind, within your spirit, within your essence, and in every facet of your existence. That is never beginning and never ending. It just is. The dream just is. It never began and it never ends. It is always now. Open that portal, open that doorway, open that gate, and expand your awareness of the dream that you are. Breathe in deeply now and let it out. And make this your own dream. Breathe in now deeply and let it out. And allow this to be your dream. Breathe in deeply and hold it, and hold it, and hold it, and feel the infinite potential and possibilities within the breath you now release as you bring through the etheric atmosphere of the astral realm in its own vibration as it relates to the physical dream, so that both may be blending more and more, so that you may walk in that dream with eyes wide open, awake to your true nature, so that you may be more and more of who you truly are as the dream of all that is. Allow yourself to float freely now in the dream state, and this night of your time, and every night that you so desire, open that portal more and more, journey more and more between the worlds, and allow them to blend in ways that are relevant for you. Allow the magic to occur. Allow time and space to dissolve. Allow, allow, allow. Float freely now as your music dims and your lights pale. Float freely in the depth of existence, nurtured by eternity and unconditionally loved by all that is. The dream within the dream within the dream. Rest and relax and breathe easily. And know that this night of your time will begin a new journey between different dreams, charting a course and creating a map for yourselves so that you may know what was previously uncharted territory as it unfolds before you with new awareness, new knowingness, new experiences, new life, new love, and new light to show you the way, your way. Relax now in that beautiful, endless void that is filled to the brim with existence itself, with the breath of life, and every breath you take shall be another dream, another step along the path of who you truly are. Welcome home and sweet dreams.